What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're sitting in the E30 for the last time for probably a while. The motor swap begins today. We're driving over right now to pull it, and we're pulling the motor and the trans today, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. So we're just gonna start immediately, and we'll just dive right in and get working. Got in the garage, got the hood pulled off, ready to go, ready to pull everything out. First thing, we're gonna pull the radiator, get all the coolant out, get all the oil out, then take off all this like miscellaneous stuff, and then just kind of go from there. Trans brace will have to get undone, drive shaft will have to get undone obviously, but so we're gonna pull the auto trans and the engine at the same time. So yeah, we're just gonna get started working on it. Got a good space here, a lot of room, so it shouldn't be too hard. But we'll get started on it and see how far we get. Alright guys, we're about 2 hours in now. We've got pretty much most everything disconnected. The wiring harness is all disconnected. Alternator's disconnected. Power steering pump we just hung down there because it didn't really want to take it out of the car. AC condenser's down there, all disconnected. Got the full exhaust out. I unfortunately got it welded in one piece, which was a very bad idea. But the whole thing's out. All the shielding underneath is done. This thing is just absolutely disgusting. But yeah, we got everything out. Right now it's draining the oil. And we just have to get the drive shaft disconnected. And then we should be pretty much ready to pull it out. But yeah, this thing's filthy. And it made the entire underside of the car filthy. So, oh, this is my trans mount too. So that's gone. But anyways, we're gonna disconnect the drive shaft and then pull the engine mounts and we should be ready to pull it out. So we're making progress. Alright you guys, we're back on day 2. Unfortunately, right as we were about to pull the motor yesterday, the engine hoist, like the hydraulic ram for the engine hoist, completely died. I don't know what happened. I don't know if like seals went out in the middle, but it basically won't do anything. There's like no action on this, and I tried to bleed it and I got fluid for it and everything and tried to save it, but that wasn't possible. So today I went over and bought a new one just from nice quality Harbor Freight. So we're gonna replace the ram in this thing, and then it's time for this to come out. We finally got everything disconnected. I wanted to do a little bit more of a DIY, but we were just trying to get it done, so I didn't go over everything as in depth as I could have, but it's fairly straightforward. It's really not that hard. The only tricky part was we undid the exhaust from the headers, because you can basically leave all this on. Those bolts are really seized, so maybe let those soak in some like PB blaster or something. And then the drive shaft bolts were pretty tricky, but drive shaft was out, as you guys saw yesterday. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's over there. But we pulled the front half of the drive shaft out, and it's a slip joint, so you can just pull it apart. And then, yeah, the trans brace absolutely destroyed. Everything's really, really grimy. Pulled the oil cooler out, drained the oil out of the oil cooler, and there's a bunch of metal in it, so yeah, motor's done. But other than that, engine mounts are unbolted, and I left the power steering pump on. I didn't want to bleed the power steering pump because it works fine, and I left the AC compressor on as well, so hopefully those don't get in the way. I don't know, I've never done this before, so this is a learning experience for me as well, but we're gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna get started on installing our new hydraulic ram into this guy, and then it's finally time we will pull the motor. Alright you guys, as you can see behind me, the engine is completely out. That was a little more difficult than I thought pulling it out. There's a few braces that I missed. There's one that just connects from the subframe to the trans. It's the auto trans, so I don't know if that's the same on the manual. But there's that brace, and then one of the heater hoses to the heater core I forgot. But other than that, it was easy. Besides that, everything's out. This motor is disgusting. Trans is disgusting. Make sure you drain all the fluids before you do this. And we had to get a pretty gnarly angle on it, so that's why it's straight up and down almost. But It looks good in here. It's really dirty though. So we'll be cleaning this out, we'll be cleaning up the other motor, and making it all look fresh again. Alright you guys, that's where we're gonna end the video today. That was all we were gonna cover, is pulling the motor out, and we got it out finally, but it's done, it's out. Now on to the next step, which is prepping the new motor with all the accessories, doing a bunch of maintenance, and then we will get the manual trans on and throw it in the car. So hopefully that was helpful. I wanted to be a little more DIY and kind of explain more stuff, but we're just trying to get the motor out, and we did that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next episode.